Whoa. Whoa. It's the illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. How's everyone doing out there, man? Another edition of Sober Wednesday. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus here, but we're present and accounted for tonight, and that's all that matters on 12/22/21, which is a palindrome, dude. No matter which way you do it, upside down, forward, backwards, reverse, it's 12/22/21. What's happening, Jane Black? Welcome. And yeah, so here we are for another edition of Sober Wednesday. I'll let everybody roll in here for a minute before we get going, and let's do the basic ground rules of what this stream is about on Wednesday nights at 6:30. This stream is dedicated to those who suffer, those who are suffering mental health issues, depression, suicidal thoughts, drug addiction, eating addiction, sex addictions, gambling addictions, credit addictions, Lego addictions of any kind, any make, any model. We're here to provide a space for those who are isolated and alone to have a place to freely communicate and know they are not alone, and that there is a solution for those things which are blocking their spiritual connectivity with a God of their understanding. So with that said, we generally open up with a Serenity prayer. Then I read chapter 5 from the big books of Alcoholics Anonymous. This is not an AA meeting. I am an alcoholic with almost 13 years of sobriety coming up on the first of the year. And with that said, I'm not anonymous, not worried about it. Anonymity at this point, I view, will kill people. So with that said, we'll open up with the Serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. What a radical prayer that is. What a radical prayer that is. Jane Black, Brendo, Charlie, Samson, Kimmy, good evening, good evening, good evening. And let's get all comfortable here. Let's make sure that the screen's all lined up. I like it. That's pretty close to symmetry. That's better. And that sense of music, Hobo Pro. All right, let me read chapter 5, how it looks from the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Chapter 5, how it works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to the simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates. They're not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those, too, who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. If you've decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. At some of these, we balked. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas until the result was nil and we let go absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Half measures availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves and admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only for knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. Many of us exclaimed, "What an order! I can't go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we are willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapter to the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear 3 pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholic and could not manage our own lives. B, that probably no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. And C, that God could and would if he were sought. Booyah! Booyah. There's how it works, man. There's the basic strategy to getting it going. No, do not to distract the feed, but any chance you could retell the story of when you crashed. No, dude, you're here for the wrong reasons, dude. Would you consider your mullet fame? All right. So we're anyone who's not here, I'm going to re-explain the rules. This hour is dedicated to those who are suffering from mental health, suicidal thoughts, alcoholism, drug dependency, overeating, sex addiction, gambling addiction. This is the dedicated to them. And if you're not willing to respect that for an hour, you will either be banned or given a timeout, dude. This is for the hour for those who suffer. And oh, 6481. Okay. And that's what we're doing right now. Popped and ran. I hope your stream. My 1 year is tomorrow. Bingo, bango. Good for you. 1 year tomorrow. What a fabulous year to be sober in, man. Pre-Christmas sobriety. God blessed you with a good gift. What's up, Bird? And no worries. Nightline legal. All good. We can hit you up on that one another time. Probably the first version of it was the best. But yeah, dude, that's super solid. That's super solid, man. Anyone else got any milestones? Yeah, I'm coming up to my sobriety date is the first of the year, man. 13 years. Who would have thunk? I sure wouldn't have. God, you asked me if I would have pulled 13 years of sobriety. So, even saying it, like, okay, I can't say it technically. If you'd asked me if I would have pulled 12 deep years of sobriety, Charlie, dude, hang in there, my brother. If you'd asked me if I would have pulled 12 plus years of sobriety, oh boy, I would have laughed, man. No way. No way. Brendo, any year harder than the first in terms of wanting to relapse. Nah, I would say that's the deal. Honestly, no better drink than water, and that's the truth. True that. True that. So how good are those when you have those drinks of water that are so good? It's not every glass of water, but every now and then, man, you have that glass of water, and it is possibly, no, without a doubt, the best thing that you've ever tasted in your life. Wow, because it refreshes and it just does something. It's not every one though, man. There's a special one where you do it and you're like, like I want it to be like that every time, man. So goes the alcoholic's mind, right? So yeah, man, if you'd asked me, man, a long time ago, if I would be almost 12 plus 12, let's say 12 plus years. And never saw it coming, dude. Never saw it coming, one day at a time. And if you would ask me if you'd asked me the day before I ran into Joe and Dave in front of the liquor store, if this would happen, Jake, Elliot, thank you, is if this would have happened, I never could have fathomed it. And if they had told me like the good things that were about to happen to me, as well as the bad things that were about to happen to me, I would not have been able to grasp the ability to deal with either one of them, dude. And I don't know if I would have interpreted the bad things are bad things. I don't know if I would have interpreted the good things that have happened in my life over the last 12 plus years as good things as an active alcoholic at the time. If you would talk to me like the day before I gotten sober and been like, so you're gonna have a child, I don't know if I would have thought that was rad. I don't think I would have been, I'm sure I would have, but I wasn't totally like dead, but I don't think I would have viewed that as a beautiful thing. I think I would have viewed that as oh geez, man. Oh geez, dude. And if you would ask me about it, like, yeah. So I look back at it, it's like kind of an amazing thing, man. Here we are, dude. Another sober holidays. And so when I think about it, like the holidays, sober, it's a lot of them alone. Many people alone on these holidays. It's a lot. And again, it's because these things have been overhyped, right? Overhyped, and these false premonitions have been put into your head about what it's supposed to look like and what it is. And the one thing that I do know about all these holidays is you're not alone if you have a spiritual God in your life, right? If you have attained any sort of spiritual relationship, you're not alone, man. You have God with you, and that in itself is a miracle, right? Christmas, the birth, the supposed birth of the baby Jesus. Arguably, maybe not, but does it matter? Like, does it matter about celebrating life? The celebration of life, man. And so to Bongo, who got sober the day before Christmas Eve, like, wow, like talk about a rebirth, right? Talk about a sweet time of year. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot it's our wedding anniversary, dude. Hectic, dude. See, good thing we're doing this. Note to self, dude. Gosh, holy smoke, bro. And because we got married on Christmas Day. The hottest is this is the alcoholic mind. We got married on Christmas Day, never to forget it. And I forget it almost every year, dude, that it's on Christmas Day. It's only when I think about it in these terms that I'm like, oh yeah, dude, that's what's going on. Ah, wow. And so, how many years have we been married, dude? I think it's 5, dude. Is it 5 or 6? Oh, dude, I better pull this together. Anyway, there's a sober problem right there, right? There's a sober problem. If I think about that, like my biggest problem today is like actually trying to remember how many years I've been married. Ah, dude, hallelujah. Rejoice, rejoice. I bring good tidings. Wow, dude. And so, yeah, these weren't problems I had once upon a time. The problems I had were basically like, this sucks. And this doesn't suck. Like, I think if you caught the earlier stream today, like, and you've been hanging, like, life's thrown me some definite high speed fastballs at my head the last couple weeks, and they've been lemons, that's for sure. And I don't fear them. I don't fear them. And that's one of the great gifts of sobriety, right? Having had a spiritual awakening, having had a spiritual, where is the we do not fear? That's the 9th, the promises. Let me read the promises are rad, dude. Where are the promises, man? Anyone know what page the promises are on? I always forget. No, remember any of this stuff, dude? The promises. Where are the promises? That's chapter 9, right? Somewhere in there, dude. Not promises. Or the AA promises page. The promises are rad. We'll read the promises. The promises are good. AA promises. What page? What page? What page? What page? Page 83. There we go. Boom, dude. None is a trick question. None of you guys beat me to the punch on that one. Come on now. We know it's not in our hands, so we cannot let it go. And stability, problems, mental, physical, spiritual. At least I got a chance. Half your problems go away when you quit substances. The other half I get to work on for the rest of my life. That's right, Corey, dude. We tried to make that meeting last night, but drama ensued, dude. All right, here's the promises, right? So the promises are super rad because when you know what they mean, they totally are like, oh wow, heavy, dude. So we'll dig into the promises today because I think I'm living. What's happening, Marvin? I think I'm living the promises. So these are the promises on page 83 of the big book. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we are halfway through. We're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them. Hallelujah, dude. Rejoice on the good news. I haven't read the promises in a while. Wow, dude. There is some meat in there, man. Who doesn't want that, dude? Who doesn't want that, dude? Who doesn't want that, dude? Wow. Let's dig into there for a second. Let's dig in there, dude. Okay, so right, if we're painstaking about this phase of our development, right? This phase, this new life we're working on. We 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 if we will be amazed before we're halfway through. Think about that word amazed right now. We will be amazed before we are halfway through. We're going to know a new freedom, a new happiness. So it tells you right there that we are going to, a new freedom means we've never known this freedom before, and a new happiness. We've never known this happiness before. Right. So that's like the cool thing is like you're gonna know a new freedom, a new happiness you've never experienced before. I can attest to that, dude. I can attest to the new freedom, the new happiness. Like, yeah, I live it. Like you couldn't have told me when while I was first getting sober, before I was getting sober, that your freedom and happiness will be like right there. That will be like what it is. Something that's so untangible, unexpected, and real, dude. And yes, Bird. You want to show?
I got my pants down because they're never tight. I like those.
Yeah, those are great Hot Wheels, dude. Pull up your pants, dude.
I'm actually not gonna play with my Hot Wheels some more. And Legos at the same time.
Okay. All right. You should go do that.
Oh, I'm lining up my Hot Wheels.
You already lining up your Hot Wheels? Right on, dude. Close the door.
Bye, love you.
Bye, love.
See you in the morning.
Okay. And he's out, dude. Right? Wow. Right there, right? So that happiness, right? That happened like halfway ago, right? If I'm he's 6.5, right? And I'm almost 13. You do the math. And we're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. I think that's one of the key components of why we do the work is we're not going to regret the past or shut the door on it. And what that means is we make peace with our past. We make peace with our life story. We make peace with our blow-its, our missed opportunities, our debauchery, our failures, our shame, our guilt, all the dumb things we've done. We make peace with it, man. So we don't have to regret it. Like that's the freedom of the whole thing is you don't have to regret your past. You can celebrate the floundering. Just like the person is like, can you tell the Grateful Dead Shoreline story? It's like, yeah, I can tell my stories of failure and chaos and madness, not because I revel in them, but because I don't regret them. They gave me the new freedom that I get to experience now. Because if I didn't trick myself with them as being freedom, how would I have ever known what they were, dude? And so when we're not going to shut the door on it, right? That means like we don't hide them. Like we're willing to share them when the time is right. Like I'm a pretty open book dude about it, but like there's certain experiences from my past that only get brought to the surface based upon my interaction with human beings, right? With other people that are suffering a various thing. I might forget about all these things, and then comes the time to share with them because I have no shame of them. I have no guilt of them. I have no regret of them. They are what got me to God, right? As a fallen being, it is my broken past. It is my vicious things I did to the world, to myself and other human beings that crushed me and cracked me and broke me and brought me down to my knees so that I could go before God and ask for a new freedom and new happiness, to be born again, so to speak. And so, Paul, what's happening, Paul Hen? And the words MLO, baby. And the words, and so that's the beauty of your past, is it's what got you to your rebirth. We will comprehend. Think about that word, comprehend. That's like some deep mathematical equation type stuff. Comprehending That's just not understanding or know. Comprehend. That means like a deep, like mathematical understanding of the workings of the universe. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. We will comprehend the word serenity, right? Dig into serenity, man. What is serenity? Let's just take a look at like the definition of serenity for a second. I don't really do it like this, but now we need to comprehend definition of the word serenity. Serenity. We should ultimately get an old traditional. The state of being calm, peaceful, and of untroubled, a title given to reigning prince or similar dignitary, dude. No, dude. A title get really? His serenity. Interesting. I didn't even know that. A title given to a reigning prince or similar dignitary. Let's see. Let's look at the definition of serenity as a state of being calm, peaceful, and untroubled. Achieving this positive state of mind means you won't feel as troubled by life's ups and downs. While addiction often brings chaos, a loss of control, and emotional turmoil, serenity will help you stay calm and true to yourself, dude. So again, it's understanding this word. So like even right now, I learned something. I didn't know it was a title. I didn't know it was a title for a prince or a dignitary. That's rad, dude. That's some serenity right there, dude. And so, and we will know peace. We will know peace. Like, see, serenity, we will comprehend the word serenity. That's like math in your thing. To know, that's like peace will become like your friend. Like, like your relationship with God. You know this. You know what the peace is, dude. And then it says, no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. See, that's what people forget. That's why you don't regret the past nor shut the door on it. Like, it doesn't matter how far, how grim, how dirty, dark, and freaky it got. It can benefit someone else. It can either benefit the person who's had that experience and bring them to sobriety, to God, to be born again, or it can actually prevent someone from needing to go there because you can go, look, dude, I did that, but below that is this, and I did that too, and you don't want to do that, so stop now. Control your reality now, dude. So again, is no matter how far down the scale we have gone, what it's trying to say is like your journey to the bottom can be beautiful if you're willing to stop the free fall to the bottom and use that experience to benefit others, dude. And that's the beauty of coming out of the bottomless pit that we put ourselves in, is when you get to this thing and you know this peace and you understand this word serenity, you can share the depths of your own personal hell, not with anguish, not with bitterness, not with regret, but with joy, because you can rejoice because that's what saved you. It is the journey into hell that brought you to the new heights of this reality, man. That's beautiful, man. That is some beautiful stuff, dude. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. Isn't that a neat concept? The feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. Wow, dude. I remember that feeling. That's me, Sid. That's Hiroshima, Nagasaki, baby. That dude was feeling useless and full of self-pity, and he was trying to make the world disappear. Ha! Imagine how that script flipped, man. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Isn't that the time we're in right now? Isn't that the time we're in right now? We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellow beings. Isn't that like getting over all this trinket gathering, this trinket dance? Isn't this the time we're in? One of the promises that we get to experience, building new communities. That's interest in our fellows, reaching out, doing this thing where we are building new supply chains and new communities. This promises is the answer for this time we're in right now, dude, because that is the story. We're not going to regret the past of this reality we've lived in. No matter how far we've gone down in this depths of hell and whatever this is, we will use our experience to build a new reality, man. Our self-seeking will slip away. Yes, you'll see self-sleep. That's what's going on out there. Self-seeking, right? If I do this, therefore I will continue to have whatever it is I have. It just seek, self-seek. For those of us diamond souls who are standing against the line, those of us who are standing up against the line, we're not doing it for self-seeking purposes, right? If we were doing it for self-seeking purposes, we would just comply and go with it because that's the easy path. We're doing it because we're not self-seeking. That's the point. We are not self-seeking. It will slip away. Self-seeking will be like, I can't do this because I'm not self-seeking, dude. And our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Wow, dude. Again, another like whammy right there. Let me just read these comments before we finish it up because we're getting into some good stuff. That's the Serenity prayers on my wall the moon unit has. Hey guys, do you know how I completely overcome? Yeah, same way, dude. That's not gonna work, T Posse, man. Just be celibate one day at a time, dude. Just be celibate one day at a time, dude. Stop whacking off and doing porn and getting weird, dude. Just give it back to God, dude. Just put the junk away for one day. Just today. Just the day you're in, dude. It's the only way any of it's done, dude. Lifetime celibacy, dude, that's a big ask, bro. I don't think you can do it. Today, you probably get one day at a time repeatedly for endlessness, dude. You asked me if I was ever going to be sober for the rest of my life. I could tell you no. That's a guarantee no. Guaranteed no, I cannot be sober for the rest of my life. Can I be sober today and have that day continually stack up? Yeah, that's likely. It's pretty darn likely. I've never thought about that like that before. The past and the mistakes you bring to God. That's the very here. Yeah, dude, that's the whole deal, Jane Black, dude. That's your path to God, dude. Serenity, seriously. I did get started the sober thing when I was 19. Gets easier as time goes by. Yes, it does. And it gets more complicated. It's forged blade and fire, dude. The witch alignment is still on the line. Witch lit past the shame and guilt too, dude. Yep, that's the whole thing. I had sex prior, but stopped, and I just relapse once in a while. Yeah, well. Yeah, now you got to dig in on that thing. Guilt and shame, dude. Dig into what that is, dude. That's how it works, dude. You got to do the steps on it. High dose selenium help bring it beat addiction. Core service leads to unity, leads to recovery. Self-centered thinking and behavior, whether cocky or depressed, is all ego. Either go forward or ego in reverse. Addiction is ego and self-centered. Hello, showed up late. Hope everyone is doing. We're all hanging in there, William. I did 1 year without, dude. Loud, I literally just started taking selenium for my thyroid. Yeah, I eat Brazil nuts pretty regularly, dude. That's a good way to get selenium is the Brazil nuts, dude. Me too, thyroid issues, dude. Iodine works for that too. Any newcomers to the chat, be kind to one another. That's it, dude. And so Nice. Yeah, it's funny, right? Lad board, dude. I just mentioned it. So then let's get in it. We read all the things. You shape the mental when it's mental soft, heat it up, high temperature, dunk it in oil, drop it off. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change, dude. So let's think about that. Self-seeking will slip away, right? Once the self-seeking slips away, once you're being of service to the world around you and your fellow beings, look what the next whammy is you get, dude. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Wow, that's rad. So if you stop self-seeking and start being of service, our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. That means that it's not like a horrible world anymore because you're being of service. Your whole outlook on life will change, dude, right? You're not regretting the past. You're not doing all these things, dude. You know, a new freedom, a new happiness. Wow, you got all this stuff going on for you, dude. Our whole attitude upon life will change. Fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. Ooh, who doesn't want that? So if you look at my recent thing, I've had a couple gnarly economic whammies happen in the last couple weeks. I don't fear them at all. I just know what you do. You make phone calls. You get on the phone, you start handling business, dude. You start talking, dude. It all can be payment plans, baby. So that's the thing is fear of people. It's first part of the sentence is fear of people, right? Because if you fear people, You can't possibly solve any of your economic problems. You have to stop fearing people. All the people, I don't like people and this and that. I don't like people. I'm a hermit. And I taught myself over time that people are how God communicates to me, dude. I don't like people. Let's be clear. And yet I love people. There's a difference right there. Is I have no desire to really truly go and interact with anyone, but I've learned to love it because that's how God talks to me, is through people, dude. So the minute that I stopped fearing people, right? And people are the answer to all my problems, dude, right? People are the answer to all my problems because that's where God lies. Where two or more are gathered, there God is. Like, so if there are two or more people are gathered, God's there, regardless of whether that person is a Christian or not, dude. Where two or more are gathered, there God is, dude. All right. So fear of people of economic insecurity will leave. It doesn't say that your financial problems, your economic problems are solved. It says your fear of them will leave. You won't be afraid of them. You won't, like, remember when I made those videos about I didn't have a job and I was getting fired and the whole thing. So again, this is powerful stuff. So think about the world we're in right now. Fear of listen to this statement, Diamond Souls, and listen. I'm going to read this in my regular stream, dude. This is the answer to everything that's going on right now. This paragraph. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. No wonder the Diamond Souls are so strong. We're not afraid of people and we're not afraid of economic insecurity, dude. They have left us. That's why we're like, dude, threaten us. Go ahead. Try to take away all that. So I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of people either, dude. So that's the gig. That's what this whole thing, they're trying to take away the promises. When you read this paragraph, and I have not read it during the scamdemic, by the way, I'm like, whoa, Nelly, dude, there's some juice in this paragraph. Wow, dude. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us, dude. Duh. We will intuitively know how to handle situations that used to baffle us. I look at the stuff that's been going on in my life, dude. That stuff would have baffled me, dude. Baffled. Think about that word, baffled, bro. We will intuitively know how to handle situations that baffled us. Handle it, dude. Handle it. Like, handle it, dude. Situations that used to baffle us. Oh, and here comes the big one. The big for the win. The big for the win. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. That is a paragraph of gravy, baby. Whew, for you bears, dude. There's the whole enchilada right there, dude. That's everything. That's the answer to everything that's going on right now outside of our houses in the dum-dum right now. This is why sobriety is here, because we get to find paragraphs like this and be like, oh, dude, radical, man. Oh, we got like the trolls, dude. Good work on whoever's knocking down the trolls, dude. Like that, dude. Delete, dude. So empty threats and trinkets can take a hike. Yeah, because we're not afraid of them, dude. You want to show me more Hot Wheels? What you got, dude? Oh, that's a Porsche 911, isn't it? Oh, that thing's snazzaroony. Whoa, look at that thing. That's you're breaking out all the good ones. And what do you think? You pumped? Dude, hey, tell them about your Tabasco sandwich you had.
Oh my God, that almost made fire come out of my head.
Fire come out of your head? Like you were like a dragon almost? So you had what was your sandwich? How was your Tabasco sandwich? What was it? Hot. So it was a piece of bread where I just poured Tabasco sauce all over it?
And made a little sandwich with it.
And you had, how many of them did you have?
2.
2 Tabasco sandwiches. Would you do it again?
I feel like I would just do it like a billion times.
You liked it that much? You're hot.
Then I would turn to a dragon. I mean, they're fire.
Yeah, dude. So you're hot. Hot. All right. Well, we're going to finish this up, bud. I got 20 more minutes. Okay. All right. A little bit.
Like 20.
I don't know, but she'll be back in a little bit. Okay.
How about
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Sean Moore. I'm doing the whole next stream on this promises thing, dude. Get those promises to Big Bear, dude. See, that's the thing, right? I had a laughter today that was so good, dude. So he did and this is sobriety, dude. I'm telling you, this is what sobriety's about, dude. Far out aliens for the 5555. Love you guys. Hexicom is paying for this super chat. Thank you guys for helping me keep it between the lines. Thank you, far out aliens. We're all helping each other, man. We are all helping each other keep it between the lines, dude. See, when I started this cast tonight, right? I just needed to check in and do the thing. I didn't know I was going to read the promises. Like, I just read what I needed to hear tonight, dude. And I did it because you got me to do it, dude. And so the whole thing about it is, appreciate it, far out aliens, is, look, what is sobriety? What is sobriety? So, like I said, chaos yesterday. There was a huge IRS bill due. You know, what are you going to do, right? Are you going to be pissed about it? No. I intuitively knew how to handle the situation. Baffled us because I was not afraid of economic insecurity, dude. I was not afraid of people. So I called the dude at the IRS. I made the phone calls. The stuff that happened yesterday, dude, we make the phone calls. We do the things. It's all okay. Yeah, that's big headaches, but that doesn't baffle me anymore. I'm not confused by it, right? So whatever's going on in my life, dude, there comes a moment where Al's like, comes out with this little thing of Tabasco sauce. And he's like, I want to, he's like, drink it. And I go, how about you drink it? And he's like, okay. And I was like, all right, dude. And his mom's like, dude. And so I go into the kitchen and I put a little dab on his bread, right? And he eats it and he's like, ooh, and he runs away and he comes back and he's like, I want a sandwich of it. I go, all right, dude. Like, seriously, you want a sandwich of it? He's like, yeah. So I make the first little half sandwich of it with it. And I just, sprinkle some Tabasco sauce on it. He chows it down. He's like, I want another one. I go, okay. And so I just slather it with Tabasco this time. Blah, 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 blah. He takes the sandwich, right? And dude, Coke Sonic's out of here for bringing that stuff at this thing. On this, you get Coke Sonic. You can email me if you want back in the channel, dude. You broke the rules, dude. And
another Hot Wheel.
No, look at that.
Dylan gave me this thing on my 6th birthday.
Yeah, who did?
Dylan,
nice. All right, and so
flatbed Hot Wheel, I love it.
Okay, and so he. Yeah, so he has the second sandwich, right? Slathered with the stuff. He eats it all down and he gets right to the end. And he's like, can I have a cup of milk? And he said it in this way that his eyes were all lit up, dude. And his mouth, he's like, can I have a cup of milk? And dude, I had a belly laugh because it was so like perfectly timed. And I just laughed. In a way that I haven't laughed in a little bit, man. And
a little bit, man.
It was good, dude. But I was there to have that moment, right? I wasn't sweating my economic issues. I wasn't sweating the chaos of life. I wasn't sweating the outside world. I wasn't troubled by anything. I had this clarity of this moment to just sit and be 100% present with my child as he ate a Tabasco sandwich. And
good, sister.
All right, here, let me finish up my thing and because we're almost done. Time's running out. Okay, you got it? And so,
Peace, bro.
peace. Because
Shaka.
Yeah, Shaka the kind, brah.
Shaka time, bro.
Yeah. And because the promises are part of my life, because I read them tonight, I'm realized what a gift what the gift is, right? That because I don't have to live, I will know a new freedom and a new happiness. Dude, if you, like I said before I read these, if you had asked me 13 plus years ago, look, dude, the guy up on the hill, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, sitting at the voodoo bowl, angry at the world, high on coke and weed and booze and whatever, dude. If you gone, hey, dude, 13 years from now, bro, you're gonna be sitting in your kitchen, dude. You're gonna owe huge dollars to the IRS. You're gonna have destroyed vehicles, dude. You're going to have all of this chaos going on. But in the midst of all of that stuff, dude, you're going to sit in your kitchen and have one of the greatest laughs of your life because your son ate a Tabasco sandwich, dude, and asked for a cup of milk. I would have been like, what are you talking about? Freak? Weirdo? What the hell are you talking about? I can't possibly have that stuff happen. That's not going to. And so that's what I mean when they say that goofy thing is like, you're going to have dreams beyond your wildest expectations. I could have never dreamed that whole thing up. I could have never dreamed that moment up today where it was just this raw, deep belly laughter. Like, no way. Never could have ever comprehended that little dude would be in my life causing me to laugh as the world burns around me, dude, right? And be totally cool with it. Be totally 100% in the center of it and be like, this is great. This is great. Yeah, you could trip on 1,000 things right now. There's no reason not to trip on 1,000 things out there. 1 billion things, 7 billion, 8 billion things, dude, right? But at the end of the day, I'm sober, right? I'm not afraid of it, dude. It tells me so very clearly, dude, that I'm not going to be afraid of it. We'll comprehend the word serenity. We will know peace. That's what I got today. Today has been totally serene. If you had asked me that this day would be so serene with what's going on in my actual life, I don't think on paper you would even be like, it's possible. You will know peace. And it's not delusional fake peace, like, oh, I'm faking it. Namaste, yoga pants, the whole thing. No, it's like a true peace. I have nothing negative in my being right now. No, nothing. And so, and I remembered my anniversary. That's right, Jane. And so, it's good. And that's the thing that sobriety can get you, is just to go, it's good, dude. Because everything was a problem loaded, dude. Couldn't get high enough. I got too high. My pants. I remember I was drunk at this bar. And I walked up to this girl. I was talking to this girl, dude, I knew there, like, whatever. And I was like, what makes me so, I asked her, I remember this. What makes me so undateable? And she like stands back and she takes a look at me and she's like, first of all, your pants don't fit, dude. Secondly, dude, your shirt's wrinkled. And she just went on this list why I was undateable, dude. And I remember sitting there taking it. But the drunk, out of control dude I was at that time, I didn't even find that alarming. I was like, okay, right on, dude. I wasn't hurt. I wasn't anything about it. I was just like, yeah, and so it's that thing where like I was so not at peace. I just didn't care. I had no care in the world. I care about everything right now. I just talked to a friend of mine from a skater buddy of mine from Portland back in the Burnside days. I haven't talked to in 25 years. 25 years. God, think about that. Was it 2000? Yeah, 25 years, man. It was good. It was good. It was good, man. And that's what sobriety is it doesn't need to be like, doesn't need to be all these fake weird words that we want to live by, like happiness and oh my God, and yeah, and no, it's like it's good. Like everything's good. People are good. The world's good. Yeah, it's full of like crap and chaos and madness. If Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the dude up on top of the hill who was struggling to didn't even know what sobriety was, just didn't like it at all. If Hiroshima and Nagasaki was living in this world right now, dude, I can't even imagine what sort of madness I would be up to. Because I wouldn't have never complied, but I don't think that I ever would. I think I would have probably be sitting in prison by now, dude. Like the real thing. Just like, let's burn it down, baby. I don't know. I think I've never even thought about what my old drunken self, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, would think about planet Earth 2021, dude. It's kind of a trippy thought, actually, dude. Like, what would I have done? It would have fulfilled everything that I expected. I think I would have been so out of my mind angry. I don't think I would have made it this. I don't think if Hiroshima and Nagasaki had experienced March, right? March of 2020, I would not have made it this far. That's for sure. Because I was so not good, man. Diseased, dis-ease. It's trippy, dude. It's trippy, man. So too, there for the grace of God go I, right? I think about the people that I know that have not held it together the last year and a half. Far out aliens, dude. Whoa, dude. Dude, far out aliens, that is beyond generous right there, dude. 4 years ago today, I found a great friend passed away. I'm starting a fund for his name. Sonny Knox Fund coming soon. The Sonny Knox Fund, dude. Far out aliens, man. Thank you for your generosity, man. That is thank you. Like that's humbling as all could be right there. That is humbling before God right there, dude. Thank you. See, that's what it's about, right? In that sense of like, it's the energy, right? Someone thought the dude who came here, right? The dude who started all this, who started that journey, nobody thought I was worthy of that. Oh my God, the battery's about to run out. Hold on. The dude, I'm glad I run out of power. The dude who was here before I got sobriety, right? Didn't value himself. I didn't value myself. I allowed myself to be underpaid, underappreciated, and treated like that, dude. I remember this dude I was working for, right? Man, I remember, dude, this dude right here used to pay $1,000 a month to rent a couch to sleep on from a dude I worked for, right? My value and view of myself was so low that if you had walked up, like there was no comprehension that somebody would ever gladly support me with their generosity because of who I am, right? Like that's what's so far out about this whole YouTube thing when people like are what you do and this and that. As like, I just put myself out there and people find it to be worthy, dude. Like I had like skills and stuff and I had all of this still prior to sobriety, but it wasn't of any value to anybody because it was negative and spiteful and angry and bitter and not calm and not serene and not anything, dude. So to see that, to see Far Out Aliens like drop that in the thing here is truly a humbling thing that makes me reflect. And it's not a monetary thing, it's an energetic thing that like that it's a like a value, right? Someone put a value on me that is something that nobody would have done prior to. Nobody anywhere at any time 13 years ago would have walked up to me and like, here is some interest bearing energy for you to sustain yourself with because I like what you do. It was the exact opposite. It was like, how about, it's funny, people used to give me drugs though, but that's different. How about you? How about no, dude? It's funny, man. I just trip out. I was watching you glitched out videos from way back like 12 years ago, dude. You've been with me a long time, Fart Aliens. God, it's like, talk about the journey, man. All of it, dude, just by the grace of God, dude. And to just to really go back, what this is about, to be an honor to remember, dude, is this all came about because my friend Billy Carodi died wanting to be sober, died drunk wanting to be sober. And my sponsor, my spiritual advisor, Joe Shawnee, said, did you get the message? I remember, did you get the message? Billy was here to deliver you a message. And everything that message was these promises, right? Because I didn't have any, I was sober and angry and hermity. I remember before he died, we were working and I was super mad about something because we got jerked around about something. And I was super bitter. And I remember him looking at me, he's like, if this is what sobriety is, I don't want to be sober, dude. You're like, because he had been sober before. I remember that was a super gnarly thing he said to me, dude. God, I miss Billy, dude. He's a good dude. But every time I'm here on this channel doing this thing, I know that Billy's out there, dude, because this channel doesn't happen. This YouTube thing does not happen without the passing of my dear friend, Billy Carodi, dude, in honor of Billy Carodi. And so the Sonny Knox Fund coming soon, dude. Sonny Knox, Billy Carodi, Officer Mike Trainin, dude, to all those who suffer out there, man. I suffered. I used to suffer immensely, dude. And I had no idea there was a solution. And that's why I like to sit here for this hour and talk and provide a place. Like, you have to understand, I come from the time before the internet, dude. I come from the time when there was no way to plug in where someone would be like, here's an hour to listen to me babble about a solution, about the journey, the whole thing. There is nothing but grace and dignity afforded to you if you're willing to ask for help. None of this happens if I don't ask for help from two total strangers in front of a liquor store. See, that's the thing with God, dude, right? That was my first experience with people, right? My first interaction with people was to ask them for help. And you know what they did? They helped me. David Brune, Joe Shaughnessy gave me a second chance at this life because they had gotten a second chance of life. And so when we sit here, dude, I know that there's people out there that are suffering. Dude, there's people that have left us because this has been too intense the last year and a half. It would have been Hiroshima, Nagasaki probably would have done himself in, if I think about it, dude. And so I'm super grateful to be alive. I'm super humbled to be alive. I'm super humbled to be sitting here before you and be supported by you and all the people that do support me, Child of God, Kimmy, Jane Black, all of you, dude. That's just what I see right here. And none of that was possible once upon a time. So I just want to say to you, if you're out there and you think that there's nothing here for you in this life anymore, that you're contemplating suicide, please just ask someone for help, man. Someone usually shoots me the suicide hotline number, dude. Please call somebody, anybody. If it's a suicidal thought, talk to the cashier, anybody, and ask them for help. And what you'll find out is people want to help you, dude. Your life is valuable. It doesn't matter how far down you've gone, dude. It does not matter how far down you've gone, dude. And so if you're suffering from mental health issues, depression, schizophrenia, whatever, ask for help, dude. Call the numbers. If you're an alcoholic or you're a drug addict, your town, type in your town, AA Central Office, AA Your Town Central Office. It'll come up, a number will come up. You'll find the official thing. For example, here it's AA Ventura County, dude. You'll get a list of meetings. You'll call. I called the central office today asking some questions for a friend of mine. And there was the person answered the phone, right? The person answered the phone and she's like, "What's your name?" And I said, "My name's Hamish." She's like, "From the Malibu noon meetings?" And I go, "Yeah." She's like, "I know you. It's so-and-so." And what I'll tell you is there is a solution, man. And your life is valuable. And it can get different. It can get manageable. I'm not going to promise you that all of a sudden you're going to have what you want, because I didn't know what I wanted. What I will tell you is it'll give you a chance. The sunlight of the spirit will enter your heart, dude. You know what it is. And that's the hardest part, right? That's the struggle, right? Is we know deep inside of us that we're worthy, but we're afraid to be worthy, right? Because we've built such a wall of shame and guilt and depravity that we're afraid. But I tell you this, man, God already knows, dude. God knows who you are. God created you. I heard this at my church the other day. And I'm paraphrasing because I'm not scripture quote guy. God created you God knew you before he created this. God knew you before he created this. Dude, God knows you. God loves you. God wants you. God has an assignment for you, dude. When you find out that your assignment from God is saving souls, when you find out your assignment from God is saving lives, dude, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these principles, we carried to this message, the alcoholics who suffer. That translates into your job and your sole purpose is to save another human being's life from the abysmal abomination of death by drugs and alcohol, or their own hand, or mental illness, or any of that stuff. Ooh, dragon cars.
No, it's a walking.
Yeah.
Here's Mama.
Yeah, close the door, bud. And so as we move forward into this thing, Please just ask for help if you're suffering out there. I just can't say it enough. Don't do yourself in, dude. That's pride. That's ego, dude. God loves you, dude. God put us all out here to be of service, dude. So when you call these numbers, realize that it's just a person who wants to help you at any one of these numbers. What is the suicide prevention number? I should have it written down somewhere, but the suicide prevention hotline is 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. That's the suicide prevention number. The numbers are out of hand with the people that are suffering. 411 will get you there, dude. Or that is the 411. Suicide prevention number, 1-800-273-8255. Dude, you're worthy, dude. Your life is worthwhile, man. So we need you. And just realize anyone at the other end of one of these hotline numbers have been there themselves, dude. No one's on the suicide hotline prevention number on the other end that doesn't know what it is. Do you get that? They know. They're friendlies. Same with the sober numbers and the AA central office numbers and any of these overeater numbers or whatever. There are people that know what it is to pick up the phone and call. All of us had to do it to get to this place of understanding the word serenity and knowing peace, right? So with that said, let's go out on the, hold on a second. What is the, I forget. Right. Just a second. And we're going a little long today. We'll do the third step prayer here. Just got to get it to come up. Third step prayer. All right, man, here we go. God, I offer myself to thee to build with me and to do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help of thy power, thy love, thy way of life. May I do thy will always. I got to read that again. That's so good. God, I offer myself to thee to build with me and to do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help of thy power, thy love, and thy way of life. May I do thy will always. Amen. 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 Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for the generosity and the support. I really do appreciate it. God bless you. Good night. Be kind. Use the name tags.